So what this expansion means to me is that we're going to be adding to our research community and adding more crosstalk and interdisciplinary collaboration. And that's important for spurring the innovative and creative solutions we need to address these really important health problems that we're studying. The eye, as we know, is our portal into the visual world. It collects light-derived information and transmits it in the brain, and then we can see picture and images. But something that we don't really realize is that it's also collecting information that's not for making images, and we call that non-image forming visual information. And so what it does is it collects this information, transmits it to a part of the brain that's really largely been a black box until now. We don't know what it's doing with this information. We know what comes in, but we don't know what happens in it, and we don't know what comes out of it. And so my research is focused on mapping this really unexplored part of the brain, and our data recently has been showing cell types in this part of the brain that no one's ever identified before. And so this is really exciting, and stay tuned, we're hoping to publish soon. We know also from previous research that any disruption of these circuits that process the information can underlie disorders like mood disorders, depression, and also eye movement disorders. So figuring out what's happening in the black box is important for developing therapies to treat these kinds of disorders. Now we have these custom engineered viruses that are not toxic, and they can infect one brain cell and then jump around to neighboring brain cells that it connects with. And this allows me to map out a circuit in the brain and then study it on a cell-by-cell basis. Another thing that's been really cool is that we have this virtual reality system that I've been able to use to visualize my data sets in a three-dimensional space. So I can really personally interact with my data, and I can look at a neuron and really measure its size and its branching and things like that. So that's been really exciting for us, and it's also been exciting for members of the community who we've been able to share this work with.